Hi there everybody, this is David, and today I want to talk about Threads of Time, which is one of my most anticipated indie RPGs that is coming up. We don't have a release date yet for it, but the progress has been progressing smoothly since it was first announced in September of 2024. It's 2 years later, and we're getting more updates. So yeah, this was kind of overshadowed by, it was a lot overshadowed by the Final Fantasy Part 3 Revelation news that just came out yesterday. After the Summer Games Fest, they had like a indie day of developers or whatever, and then the development team of Threads of Time went on camera and they shared a new trailer and they talked about the game and they really gave us some more information, and I do want to tell you all about it, and that's definitely worth a sub as you come and you join a party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So, this is coming out for the Xbox as well as the PC. That has not changed. We've known that for 2 years now. It's always said Xbox and PC. It's never said Nintendo or PlayStation, which is unfortunate because I feel like this would really sell like hotcakes, especially over on the Switch. If you haven't heard of Threads of Time, they've been kind of like underground a little bit. We've only seen a couple of trailers here and there. They didn't join in the Indie Quest, even though we tried to get them to join the Indie Quest, but they did not join the Indie Quest. So yeah, I guess they had a bigger fist to fry by getting on Summer Games Fest instead. They didn't want Indie Quest to steal the Summer Games Fest thunder, and I completely get it. Like, I totally get it. If I had to choose between Indie Quest and Summer Games Fest, I'd be choosing Summer Games Fest too. So just saying. No offense to Taylor over at the Gaming Shelf or anything, but just saying. So this game is Chrono Trigger inspired, and I know that whenever I say that, people kind of cringe and they're like, oh my god, I've seen Chrono Trigger inspired and I don't really like it, but this is not shitty Chrono Trigger inspired. This is good Chrono Trigger inspired, and you can see it in this trailer. You can see it all around me. I know that you can tell that this is definitely a love letter. They said it's a love letter to JRPGs that they grew up on, like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, and they even name-dropped Xenogears as well. Hey, they have really good taste. So yeah, this is a turn-based RPG with 4-person parties, which is really cool, and it says that each party member can manipulate time in their own way, and they can manipulate time to interrupt enemy attacks. Kind of like Grandia, another great 90s RPG. Yeah, this team, they said, we wanted to make a game love letter to 90s RPGs. Well, Grandia fits right in. There is a turn order gauge at the bottom of the screen. You can see whenever your allies come up, your enemies come up, and you can manipulate time and you can cancel and interrupt their attacks, which is just like Grandia. I love that. Just like Chrono Trigger, there's combination attacks between various party members. Like, there's a couple. One that really stood out to me is the robot, just like Robo, but it's almost like Urshan from from Breath of Fire 4, another 90s RPG. So yeah, it's kind of like Urshan, where the robot kind of opens up, this guy kind of comes out, and they do like an X-Strike sort of thing right there. So yeah, really freaking cool, amazing. They talk about their spaceship or their time travel machine, I suppose. It's called the Needle, not the Epoch. It's called the Needle, and you use it to fly between eras as you gather party members from the different eras. And they even got different developers and people to work on the game from games such as Shovel Knight, Deltarune, people in Japan who worked on Final Fantasy, as well as Xenoblade as well. So yeah, lots of stuff going on here. And just like Chrono Trigger, we have time travel. There is this clock that they continually show with different eras. It looks like there's 7 different eras. There's like this main hub, the Nexus, almost like the end of time. And then there's 3 eras on the left and 3 eras on the right. And I think that they have like 3 eras in the past, 3 eras of the future, something like that. So we have a 12 million BC, which is the prehistoric age, the land of the dinosaurs. And interestingly enough, you know how in Chrono Trigger, when the meteor came down and the reptites became extinct and they ushered in the Ice Age? Well, here, you can make a choice. You can change time. You can say, okay, I want the dinosaurs to live. I want to see them actually evolve and change over time. I want to see what dinosaurs look like in the future. You know, I want to see what they look like 12 million years in the future. So you can do that here. That's really freaking cool. An age that has been introduced. I saw this in a screenshot. We haven't seen any footage from it, at least not that I am aware of, but it's a classical age. Chrono Trigger had the Zeal Kingdom during the Ice Age, but whenever I see classical, that to me screams Greco-Roman, you know, Roman Empire, that sort of thing. So that to me is like a new age. It is something between, you know, 12 million BC and then maybe 10,000 years ago at the Ice Age, and then, you know, this is like, you know, time 0. You know what I'm saying? Like 0 AD. You have the Roman Empire, that sort of thing, the classical age. So it's something between that and like the Middle Ages. So yeah, I think that that's a really good take to put something in that big time period that we have right there. So that's pretty neat. We got a classical age. We have the Middle Ages as well, which is like the Renaissance, the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, that sort of thing. Present day, 1000 AD, that is airships. We hear about a sky pirate. There was like this little mouse sky pirate thing going on there and all that kind of stuff. We have a future. But this future is a good future. It is not a hell on earth future like it is in Chrono Trigger. This is a good future with flying cars and all sorts of other stuff, as well as an apocalyptic future. And I'm sure that the goal is to, you know, somehow prevent that apocalypse. So yeah, really cool. We got a world map. Looks like it's like HD, 2D things going on right there. It looks amazing. We know that there are various different party members here. We have this black-haired boy, which I think is our hero, kind of like Chrono. We already have the robot, who is Robo, but also kind of Urshan, the guy inside the robot. You don't really know. There's this red-headed witch girl, reminds me of Luca. She's casting fire spells, all that. You have this Axeman. He looks prehistoric. You know, he's powerful. Reminds me of Ayla. We have this blue-haired magical girl with the wings and all that. It's giving off, you know, Marl vibes, all that. We have this fox girl with a flaming tail, and I'm thinking like anthropomorphic. You know, we had a frog in Chrono Trigger. We have a fox girl in Threads of Time. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing all these different threads coming together, I suppose. So yeah, I just saw this and I wanted to bring it to y'all. I was super excited about Final Fantasy VII Revelation yesterday. I went out and kind of had a little party about it because I was just like really excited about it. Really freaking cool. And we have so much going on this weekend. We got this news, and then tomorrow, do not be late. Tomorrow, we have an Xbox showcase as well. And we all know what gets released during Xbox showcases. Yeah, are you looking forward to some Persona and Atlas news? I know that I am, so I'll definitely be seeing you tomorrow to talk about that as well. But let me know in the comments what you think about Threads of Time. Let me know. Let's all talk and chat about it. And as always, have a good day.